are you doing out here? You know, the sky is gonna open up like a can of worms.
Yeah, it already has, can't you see? You really do not understand silver linings, do you?
All right, well, just, you've been warned, and I'm looking out for you is all.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Well, from my point of view, it looks like you're raining on my parade.
A man can hear things. There's no telling how long it'll last. It could be a passing storm, or it could be the kind that lingers in the air, like a bad day.
Yeah, well, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and I'm going to risk being swallowed by your pessimism, apparently.
Did you hear anything about,
No news is good news.
I mean, or it could be that no one thought to tell you.
You know, I'm going to be the one who worries about how well or how poorly I'm told anything, all right?
You know, the wind is going to pick up in a few.
All right, so since when do you care this much about the weather?
It's something out of my control that will happen whether I like it or not.
Do you want to talk about it?
Where would I begin? It's not like anybody would listen.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with you there. It's also consuming, isn't it?
I mean, it sure looks that way. I sometimes wish life had warnings you could hear creeping up on you.
By the sound of it, the storms of life are coming around, and there's no real way to predict whether it will be severe or just a simple passing shower.
Sometimes, the way of this world makes more noise than anything else.
It's not like you're afraid of standing your ground.
Well, a little rain, it never hurt anybody.
Yeah, well, I'll have to come around to accepting that it's never going to add up for me. Sooner or later, there's something about losing your way that just makes sense in the big picture.
You ever want to face the bigger picture?
Nice one. Trying to turn this into something it's not.
I am just talking here. You have to make a choice.
Perfect. Just perfect. Shit or get off the pot, right?
Just a friendly reminder. You know, I call it the way I see it.
Or hear it, like the thunder and the sirens, everything leading up to a big storm.
Okay, or the thunder leading to enlightenment.
Don't tell me you've been reading any of that New Age crap again.
New Age. You know, isn't it interesting? Every generation comes up with some new way to describe things.
You're betting on the thunder, aren't you?
I enjoy the announcement of the inevitable. Not like sitting around thinking myself invincible or anything like that.
Hey, look, I told you, I haven't heard anything yet, okay? Sorry if I'm going to believe it's nothing more than a glitch in the hospital records.
How can you remain so calm?
What's the alternative? Should I carry on like I'm a frightened child lost without a way home?
Is that how you view my concern?
Well, I don't need your concern, all right? What's done is done. All that's left to do is just wait to hear the news.
Did you think to get a second opinion?
Yeah. I'm going to risk having bad news delivered on my doorstep twice.
It's just that I've heard if you get a couple of...
Just, you know what? I really appreciate your worrying. But isn't the possibility of what might happen, like the possibility of thunder, far off, the worst case scenario lingering out there without us ever having to know if it's going to make matters worse or not? Or it could all just be a passing shower.
You know, it doesn't always mean it will rain. Or even if there's lightning making cracks in the clouds. Sometimes, not too often, mind you, it's just a distraction from the silence.
Now who's the optimist? Can you even face yourself in a mirror that reflects such things?
It does sound rather positive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whew. I did not know I had that in me.
All right. So maybe now you can sit down next to me and we will find out together if it's just noise, or what did you call it, the distraction from the silence?
Yes, I mean, that was rather enlightening, wasn't it? I can act with hope as a cure-all for anything.
You know, if it gets real bad, if shit really hits the fan, you're gonna be there for me, right?
Yes, like you have to ask. I mean, we've seen our fair share of storms together. I mean, every storm prepares you for the next.
But I'm serious. I really need to know if I'm gonna
We will cross that bridge if we need to. I'll bring an umbrella. or quite possibly, if necessary, we can pitch a tent.
Have you ever slept in a tent?
That depends on your definition of a tent.
A tent?
When I was younger, my parents let us kids make tents out of our covers. We strung them across our beds with a flashlight. We had adventures not found in any forest.
Did it ever get so dark that you were afraid?
How could I be afraid? We were together. We were ready for anything.
Do you think we're ready for anything?
Told you it would be safe in here.
Wow. That one was really close.
Yeah, but no one can see us or hurt us in here.
So, if I get the call and it's really bad news,
It'll come when it comes, and when it comes, it's going to be fun.
how can you be so sure?
Intuitions are like warnings of thunder, okay? We have spent way too long focusing on the storm that, quite honestly, may never come.
So when you were younger with your brother, your sister, under the blanket, what kind of adventures did you really have?
Oh, all kinds, really. I mean, but the best was when we had to face our worst fears, you know? Like darkness being removed by the light, or sounds we couldn't define without seeing them. You know? Or silence being the same as hearing the worst thing of all.
What is the worst thing of all?
Okay, kids, time for bed.
Yeah.
Can you believe that we were that close? So close. You know, the worst thing that could happen to us was being told that our adventures were over.
Well, I wish someone would tell us that this adventure is over. I feel safe here, don't get me wrong, but doesn't this feel like we're hiding a little bit? How did you do this?
I don't know. It just happened.
How is this? You did something. You
Well,
must have.
It appears the thunder pushed aside the rain.
How is that even remotely possible?
Yeah, but we're here, aren't we? The proof is all around us.
So, do you think the worst is over?
Oh, hey. There's always more where the worst things can happen.
And there's only a moment to actually embrace the best.
Oh, you want to wait until the next storm?
No, I'm going to enjoy the here and now.